Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Scratch that. Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Bam, that's it. And Happy New Year as well. And with those words, you know what time it is. CES 2026 is right around the corner. And guys, every year I go through what to expect at the big show from all the major players. And this year it is no different. We got a lot of tech to get to. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. If there's one TV tech you need to know about going into 2026, it's RGB LED backlighting. Samsung and LG are calling it Micro RGB. Hisense and TCL are calling it RGB Mini LED. Same concept, different marketing departments doing different department things, you know. This is shaping up to be the display trend of CES 2026, and every major TV brand is jumping in. So today I'm going to break down what the RGB LED actually is, why it matters, and what each company is bringing to the table at CES. But before we dive deep into all this information, if you're new to this channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest CES news, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and smash that like button as well. All right, let's dive deep into all this information. First, let's cover the basics so this all makes sense. Don't worry, I'll keep it simple, no engineering degree required. Now, regular LEDs and mini LED TVs work by shining a backlight, usually blue, sometimes white, through a grid of pixels. Those pixels use liquid crystal and often quantum dots to filter the light into correct colors. It works, but it's not exactly elegant. The difference between LED and mini LED is just the size of the lights. Smaller LEDs means more of them, which means brighter images, more even illumination, and better local dimming for contrast. That's why mini LED has been a big deal the past few years. But here's the catch. All that color filtering loses energy. You're making light work overtime to become something it's not. This limits brightness and efficiency. It's like asking someone to run a marathon in dress shoes. Could you imagine that? They'll finish, but it's not pretty. Now, RGB LED flips the script. Instead of a single color backlight, each tiny LED has red, green, and blue elements built in. The backlight itself can shine in roughly the right color for each section of the screen before the light even hits the pixels. The pixels still do final color filtering, but they're doing way less. Less filtering means less energy loss, which means even brighter TVs or the same brightness with lower power consumption. Color performance is where this really matters. RGB LED TVs can hit over 100% of the DCI-P3, that's the HDR color standard for movies and streaming. They're also hitting 100% of BT 2020, which is a professional broadcast standard. We're talking the widest color gamut you can get on a consumer TV. And here's a bonus, contrast should improve too. One of the mini LED's weaknesses is light bleed. Bright areas leak into dark areas, creating gray halos where you want pure blacks. It's like someone left a night light on during a horror movie. OLED doesn't have this problem because each pixel makes its own light. Now, with RGB LED, different color wavelengths get absorbed differently, so less light leaks between zones. So now we got all of that out of the way, let's talk about CES and what each person is bringing to the lineup. Spoilers, everyone showed up to this party. Samsung is going all in with Micro RGB TVs in 55, 65, 75, 85, 100, and 115 inches. Their big claim is Micro RGB Precision Color 100, VDE certified for 100% BT 2020 coverage. The new Micro RGB AI Engine Pro handles frame-by-frame processing. Plus, don't forget the glare-free tech, as well as Dolby Atmos. Last year's 115-inch was over 30 grand. So you maybe want to start a GoFundMe right now. LG is launching the Micro RGB Evo in 75, 86, and 100 inches. They're applying their knowledge that they've gained from 13 years of OLED expertise to control each RGB LED with precision, powered by their new Alpha 11 AI processor Gen 3. They're also claiming 100% coverage in the BT 2020, DCI P3, and Adobe RGB, all again Intertech certified, plus over 1,000 micro dimming ultrazone. LG really said, we're not losing this one. TCL is coming with two lineups. The X11L is their brightness king, 10,000 nits, peak brightness, 20,736 dimming zones, 100% REC 2020. At this point, your TV might qualify as a lighthouse. Then there's the Q10M Ultra with RGB mini LED at 9,000 nits, and the Q9M starting around $1,150 for a 65-inch TV. TCL is making this tech accessible while everyone else is busy being premium and expensive. Hisense already shipped the first RGB mini LED TV to the US and the UK, the 116UX. They're positioning themselves as the value play. Same core tech at prices that don't require a second mortgage. Sony has shown prototypes of what they're calling the true RGB TVs, but no final product yet. Classic Sony, fashionably late, but usually worth the wait. Given their track record with picture processing, this one's worth keeping an eye on. Although Sony the last few years have not shown TV tech at CES, so I'll be surprised if they show up here this year. RGB LED is the real deal. Better color accuracy, improved efficiency, and contrast that gets closer to OLED without the burning anxiety or the price tag. Every major brand is committed, and 2026 is when it gains momentum and goes mainstream. If you're in the market for a new TV this year, RGB LED, whether you call it Micro RGB or RGB Mini LED, this is the one to watch. TCL and Hisense are making it affordable. Samsung and LG are going flagship, and Sony is still in the lab perfecting things. Let me know down in the comment sections, are you ready to jump into an RGB LED, or are you waiting for prices to come down like a reasonable person? Drop your comments down below. Once again, I want to thank you for taking time out to watch this video. I appreciate you for watching it. If you want to stay up to date on the latest news from CES, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and if you want even more videos from CES, make sure you check out one of these two videos right here. And until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.